Okay, Camrel, I did a 15-minute reply to you and I realised that I was repeating myself over and over again, and I decided to make a short and concise video for you instead. I've read everything you've had to say, and if you want to add any more information you can put it in the comment section below. But I just wanted to say that the overall positive thing that I get from your message is the fact that you haven't crashed yet. You haven't got to the point where many people do, where they are bedbound or they can't do any activity at all, because you are still doing some activities. But there are some key things I want to talk about. I think the first one I want to talk about is the fact that you seem to be trying to live the way you want to live and the way you used to live, and instead of realizing that that's something that you just can't do right now. Your body has changed, something's not right, you know this. You seem to be quite a sensitive person to how you're feeling inside your body. You seem to be describing it in ways of believing or visualizing it as accumulation of waste in your body as you continue to do things. I think that you're still trying to live how you used to be living, but you still realize that something isn't quite right inside your body. And there are things that you can do and research, that what I'm going to tell you about now, that will kind of put you on the right direction to getting to where you want to be. So I've noticed some things down here, and the first one I want to talk about is diet. I always preach diet, it's very important. You mentioned some of the foods that you were consuming, like whey, eggs, dairy products, and how you reacted to them and how you were getting symptoms directly after eating those products. Now, there are studies that I can link to you showing the for example, there was a Harvard study showing the ill effects of consuming dairy products, and that goes from the high levels of estrogen in the milk to IGF-1 in the milk, and all these different things can play a negative impact in your health. I personally removed those products, the ones you're talking about, from my diet, and I felt much better off them. Of course though, you're going to have to experiment. You know, you're never going to change your diet overnight, feel great straight away, continue to just go up and up without experimenting. You know, I could go and say, you know what, I ate 2-3 tins of beans a day. You could be someone that doesn't tolerate legumes at all. But from what you've told me, you know that after you consume eggs, milk, dairy, whey products, you feel worse. So I think that you need to remove those products from your diet. Now, those are the only things you told me about your diet, but I would recommend that you look at alternative diets. I personally went gluten-free vegan, and I felt much better for it. I will say, however, don't expect a huge change overnight. Don't expect too much, because this problem has been going on for 6 years. And because of that, it's going to take a lot longer than a few weeks to solve that problem. The other thing I want to say is your work. You said that people in work even comment about your sunken eye and your pale appearance, and you look fatigued, and you are fatigued. I think that just goes to show that this isn't something that you can cope with right now. It's something that's not doing you any good. You feel worse for it, and I think you just need to listen to your body. The same goes with your working out. You're saying you're feeling worse after working out, even with gradually increasing intensity. I think that again shows that you need to listen to your body. You know, you're not listening to your body, and therefore it's trying to get your attention to say, look, we don't like what you're doing. It's not having a positive impact on your health. It's all about you coming back to being honest with yourself and realizing that at the moment you can't live how you want to live, but there's some things that need to be addressed in your life. So you need to experiment with your diet. Experiment, of course, the thing I always mention is sleep. So you haven't told me much about how you're sleeping, what time you're going to sleep. But one thing I will say is that no matter what your sleep is to go and listen to Sean Stevenson's Sleep Smart on SoundCloud. It's an interview, I think it's, go on Google and type SoundCloud, Rich Roll, which is R-I-C-H space R-O-L-L space, and then Sean, S-H-A-W-N space Stevenson, Sleep Smart, and listen to that, because that's very informative for getting to understand how important sleep is and the accumulation of waste you describe in your brain. Sean Stevenson is someone that knows so much about sleep, and he's studied it for a very, very long time. And basically, our lymphatic system is something that removes waste, but our lymphatic system stops at the neck. The way we get rid of waste in the brain is through our sleep cycle. So if your sleep cycle's off, that may be causing you those issues with brain fog and everything. So that's something you need to go away and look at. But yeah, overall, it's positive that you haven't crashed yet. You can still tolerate exercise, but you are heading down a road where it's only going to progressively get worse unless you sort out these problems now. So if you have any more questions, ask me in the comment section below, but that's all for now.